I'm Miles Carter, and I'm here to speak out loud what you've been carrying in silence. I was on the bus, early morning. People looked tired. Some were yawning, others just staring out the window. But most were buried in their phones, fingers scrolling endlessly. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Someone liking, someone commenting, someone just watching other people live. The vibe was weird, like nobody was really here. We were all on the same bus, but it felt like everyone was in their own little capsule. No conversations, no smiles, not even eye contact. I glanced at the old lady next to me. Even she was glued to the screen, playing some kind of bubble game. In front of me, a guy around 20, totally lost in some video about someone else's perfect life. To the right, a 12-year-old girl scrolling through Instagram models she'll never meet in real life. To the left, a man in an expensive suit liking photos of cars he'll never own. And I caught myself thinking, when was the last time I just rode the bus and looked out the window? When was the last time I listened to my own thoughts, not someone else's stories? People used to at least look at each other. You could meet someone on the bus, maybe help someone carry a bag. Now you're just in the way. You're supposed to be quiet or stay out of their virtual world. The world got quieter, but not because it's calm. It's quiet because we all escaped into our phones, into our curated, filtered, not-so-real selves. It's a strange feeling, being surrounded by people, but not feeling a single soul around you. Like we're all in different universes that just happen to share the same bus route. I walked into the park, needed some fresh air, clear my head. But same story there. People walking without really seeing. Eyes glued to their phones. Moms pushing strollers. Kids running around. But the moms? Staring at Instagram. Or maybe TikTok. Who knows? I passed some benches. Couples sat together, both scrolling. Not a word between them. Farther ahead, a guy taking 20 shots of his coffee for the gram. His girlfriend, not annoyed. She's scrolling too. And then a loud cry. A little boy had fallen off his bike. Maybe 5 years old, crying his heart out. I went over. He'd hit a tree root, scraped his knee, tears streaming down his cheeks. "Hey, are you okay?" I crouched beside him. He nodded, but you could see the pain and embarrassment. I took out a napkin, wiped the blood, and gently blew on it like moms do. "You're a hero now," I smiled. "Heroes always have scars." He gave a tiny smile. And the mom? She didn't even notice at first. Took her maybe 3 full minutes. Then she walked over, phone still in hand, and said, "Oh, come on, again? How many times are you gonna fall?" That was it. Look, I'm not judging. I've been there. I get it. But it's strange. Her child was hurting, right there in front of her. And her eyes were still in someone else's story. Sometimes, to see your own life, you've got to look up from the screen. I passed by a fancy restaurant. Glass windows so you could see everything inside. At one table, a rich-looking couple. You could tell right away, top shelf. He's wearing a crisp shirt, shiny watch. She's got perfect makeup, styled hair, a glass of white wine on the table, a lobster, tiny fancy dishes. Picture-perfect setup. But they weren't eating. He was filming the plate with his phone. She was adjusting the angle of the wine glass, catching the light just right, posing. "Wait, no, do it again, it didn't come out right for stories," she said. I just stood there watching. They spent like 10 minutes doing that. All for the perfect story post. Not a single word between them. No eye contact, no laughter. Just filters, angles, and followers. And I thought, if someone cut their Wi-Fi, that dinner would be over. They'd finish in silence and leave. Because without their phones, they didn't seem interested in each other at all. Ever been with someone and felt like their phone was more important than you? Yeah, me too. I kept walking. The weather was nice, the sun was soft, the air felt clean. And then I saw a playground. Well, what was left of it? Empty swings, rusted, a slide with faded paint. The grass had grown tall, almost waist-high. The sandbox? Overgrown. A plastic bucket lay on its side, abandoned like 10 years ago. I got closer. On a bench, 3 kids, sitting side by side, all glued to their phones. One scrolling TikTok, another watching someone else play Minecraft, the third one taking selfies and adding filters. No talking, no playing, no laughter. I sat at the edge of the playground, just watching. Back when I was a kid, this place was alive. Laughter, arguments, running around, someone always falling or crying or screaming with joy. Now, it's like a scene from a ghost town. Only the screens are alive. And honestly, scared me. If you never shouted bass or tasted sand just to see, were you ever really a kid? They don't even know what it feels like to come home with scraped knees and a huge smile. Have you noticed how rare it is to see kids playing outside now? We're not just losing the streets. We're losing childhood itself. I caught myself thinking. Sometimes when I leave the house and forget my phone, I feel off. You ever feel that too? Like a piece of you is missing. Your hands keep reaching into your pocket, again and again. But there's nothing. And it's not like someone's waiting on me. It's just habit. I'm used to checking if someone texted. Used to scrolling just because. Used to watching other people live. While my own life slips by. Have you noticed how strange silence feels without a screen? Suddenly you hear your thoughts. And with them, fear, anxiety, loneliness. So we dive back into the screen. Because the screen is quieter. I realized social media doesn't just steal time. It steals my focus, my awareness, even my mood. And most dangerously, it quietly makes me unhappy. By comparing. By showing me how much better everyone else is doing. But listen, my friend. Someone else's life is not your goalpost. Filters, poses, edits, that's not happiness. Happiness is walking, breathing, looking up, and actually being here. Not in your phone. And if you also feel that emptiness without your screen, it's not just tech addiction. It's you missing. You. The real you. The one you replaced with someone else's feed. Sometimes I dream. What if we could go back? Not far, just 10 years. Back to when phones had buttons. When a phone call meant talking. Not sending a voice note and ignoring the reply. Remember how it was? You made plans at 5 p.m. and you showed up. No endless texts, no last-minute cancellations. You'd walk down the street looking at the sky, not at people's stories. Photos were for memories, not for likes. I wish we could go back, even just for a while, to feel what it's like to just be, to be with someone, for real. But we can't, and that's okay. We just have to learn how to live in this new world, without losing ourselves. So, put your phone down, just for an hour. Turn off notifications. Go outside, watch people, talk to someone, face to face. It'll feel weird at first, maybe scary, but soon you'll remember what it means to feel alive. No filters, no likes, no comparisons. You are not your feed. You are what you feel. And if, for just a moment, you feel truly alive, you're already on the right path. Thanks for listening. I needed to say it. Maybe you needed to hear it.